Hello, I'm with Jacob Bell today. Can you guys tell me how you pulled off such an impressive win?
Yeah, the boys had something special at the shop that made this thing hooked up. It was super fast.
What did they put that was so special?
They actually put some of this Rick's hot sauce in it and made the car really, really fast.
What was it that made it so special?
Oh, that's a secret. Only one person in the world knows, so it's pretty secretive.
Who knows?
I know it.
Welcome back, race fans, for round 2 of the Northern Capital Truck Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. What we saw last week was just a taste of what this season holds for sure. Now we enter a 1.5 mile track where drivers will have to be conservative on their tires. Well, we shall see what takes place here this evening. Welcome to MaxSpeedTV, folks. I'm Joshua Medlock. Alongside with me again tonight is going to be Stephen Dean. Stephen is not currently here at the moment, but Stephen will be here. He will, be joining us in the booth. So just want to let everybody know that he will be here. We're just going to go ahead and run through everything prior to him showing up, but Yeah, after last week at Daytona, folks, I imagine what we're going to see here tonight is pretty much the same thing. Unlike last week being a super speedway, you got Las Vegas, in which it does use up tires, so they, like I said, going to have to be conservative on the tires, and it is a transition here at Las Vegas tonight, so it's going to go from a kind of a late race to night race over a period of time. So as we take a look at the pre-race analytics here real quick, everybody, we got an air temp of 65, a track temp of 90. We're going to be pulling 135 laps here tonight, 202.5 miles. I've got that tire window set at about 30 to 40 laps. I doubt, you know, they're going to hold up that long. I've got the fuel window somewhere in between 32 and 38 laps. We may see some drivers come in early, and we may see them just keep going until they can't go no more. But we will have to watch for blown tires here tonight, as I anticipate some people may be holding on to whatever tire is left out there here for the 135 laps. Now, pit road speed 50 miles per hour. Pace speed here tonight 60 miles per hour here this evening. So a pretty good pace speed. Pit road, not very fast, but it is fast enough for at least them to get down on the pit road and into their pit stalls, get what they need, and get out. As long as there's no mistakes coming down pit road, that you don't want to have any mistakes coming down pit road. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the point standings after one race. Of course, this is just after one race. But after last week, Keith Haney is going to be our top spot here in the top 12 after winning last week. Nolan Neiman in second, Keith Haney with 44 points. Nolan Neiman with 43 points. After that awesome finish last week between them two, side by side, door to door to the line at Daytona. Man, that was amazing. Nolan Neiman with 43 points, one behind Keith. James Haney, it is a father and son out here, currently running in third, 41 points, two back behind Nolan. Orlando Rivera in fourth, 40 points, one back. Patrick D in fifth, 39 points, one back. And then we have a tie, three-way tie, actually, between Joe Johnson, Jarrett Lipster, and Cody McFadden, each with 37 points, two behind Patrick D. Nicholas Vroman in ninth with 36 points. 1 point behind Cody Jarrett and Joe. Brad Slaughter Jr. going to round out the top 10 in points at 34 points, 2 points behind Nicholas. And then we have a tie here for 11th and 12th. Scott McClendon with 32 points, and Brian Wasserman also with 32 points as well. 2 points separates them and Brad Slaughter. That is the point standings coming in to tonight. I do want to let everybody know, having some issues, but I am recording this as well. So if I have to, I will re-upload it for everybody that is out there tuning in. If you guys can still hear me, and then y'all can re-watch it without the lag. It is not me. It is OBS and or YouTube. So, but that is going to cover the point standings coming into tonight. We are going to step away here, play the national anthem, folks, provided by Madison Rising. So don't go anywhere. Qualifying drivers meeting and truck points right after this.
Can you see We are the brave. We'll fight you in name. The name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave. The US of A. Oh, say, just that star spangled banner gave way for the land of the brave and the
Alrighty, folks, we are back here tonight, and qualifying is underway. And right now, it looks like Kyle Peddle up there in that top spot, 8/100ths of a second ahead of Michael Atkins Jr. Going to go into second. Now, Nicholas Vroman was the quickest in practice here during the practice times. He managed to get up there in that top spot before qualifying. And Elvis Rankin was second in practice, and we see Elvis back, it looks like it's not going to qualify. Bradley Wetzel in fourth, Rick Christensen in fifth here in qualifying. We still have some drivers putting in a time. Oh, looks like Elvis is going to be coming out, putting in a qualifying time, as well as Zach Ogburn, as we see some of these drivers go up into the field here. And look at Brad Slaughter Jr., last night's winner, coming into tonight in that number one Abruzzi machine. He is looking to go in back-to-back days here. So we'll have to watch that number one as well this evening. Boy, I'll get it out in a minute. Austin Hill looks like putting in a time. Currently running back here in 37th. James Haney finishing last week in third. Currently running right now, putting in his first qualifying lap in. So we'll see where James Haney goes. It looks like James Haney going to go back into 38th. Austin Hill went to 4th. So it looks like about 5 drivers have elected not to qualify. All right, James Haney. Look at James Haney is going to be currently running in 38th. Yes, it looks like now they are going to be done here with qualifying. Coming down to about 30 seconds left to go. So let's go ahead and give our shout-outs here real quick to our admins out there in the race here this evening. That is going to be Ed Morris, David Elliott, and Garrett Heath up there in the admin tower. So big shout-out to them for doing what they do each week. Shout out to Rick Donovan for putting on the series here in the league for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Northern Capital for coming on board again this season to sponsor the truck series. Cannot forget the sponsors here tonight, and of course our green flag sponsor here this evening, Rick's Hot Sauce. You can visit Rick's Hot Sauce at rickshotsauce.com. Use code MSTV for 10% off your order there. So, video was played at the beginning of Rick's Hot Sauce. Check them out. I'm not a big hot sauce fan. Not a big hot, spicy fan anyway. But, you know, hey, if you're a big fan of hot sauce, give them a shout out. Go visit their website. Tell them MaxSpeedTV sent you. And use that code MSTV to get 10% off. As they get into the drivers' meeting, folks, we are going to jump down here to the truck points coming into tonight. Each Monday night, I will do the overall points on Mondays. I did change that this season, so if you want to know the overall team points for that team championship, after the race tonight, go back and listen in to the broadcast from yesterday, and you will see the overall team points, or I will talk about the overall team points for that team championship. But tonight, the truck points are as followed after one race. Virtual Racing Alliance going to be in first with 66 points. Primetime in second with 64. Evan Wells Racing in third with 47. Kicking Asphalt Racing in fourth with 41. BDE Legacy Esports in fifth, 40 points. East Coast Motorsports in sixth with 32. And then we have a tie for seventh between Samson Motorsports and 4X, both of those with 19 points. So that is the truck series points coming into tonight. Now let's go ahead and see who we have in the chat here with us this evening. Looks like Brandon Kennedy, Brad Wetzel, Pierce M, Dennis Ansman joining us out there, Jake, and Blair Patterson and Colby Tipton out there in chat. We've got currently 40 watching. I do apologize for the skipping if it's skipping for all of you out there. Like I said, nothing I can do about the frame rate drop in OBS and or YouTube. So we will get it re-uploaded after the race here tonight or tomorrow. And that way it will be there for everybody to still enjoy. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. We've got about 9 likes already. I think we can get that likes up there. Shoot for 50 likes here tonight, folks. Do appreciate it. Well, let's kind of talk about Las Vegas. We kind of seen yesterday what kind of transpired in the ARCA series. I know these trucks are a whole lot different. The back end is a lot lighter than the ARCA cars. So we may see that back end try to go out from behind them. And I think still yet again tonight it's going to be turn 4. I don't think turn 2 is going to be an issue. I think turn 4 yet again tonight is going to be that very same problem we seen yesterday. Bumper hooks, going to be another issue we're going to have to watch. These guys get really close together over the course of 135 laps. We're going to have to watch that. I think probably, if anything, it would be on that left rear going into the corners, and we may see it, coming out of the corners, but more than likely it'll be coming into the corners, into the turns, turn 1 and 3. Coming out, we may see it on that right rear as they try to transition back up to the track, into the middle and up to the wall. But, man, I think this race is going to be another nail-biter. I think we're going to see some really hard racing out here tonight. Yet again, we do have 43 drivers. Yeah, 43 drivers out there. So we do, yet again, have a full field here tonight. That is awesome to see. We are just waiting here, for the drivers' meeting. If you guys got picks out there, please get them out there in chat, and I will be glad to try to read those off. My pick here this evening, I'm gonna kind of go on a limb here, and I usually don't pick, people that we know. At least I try not to, but I'm going to go with Austin Hill here tonight in the number 16. So that is going to be my pick here this evening, Austin Hill. And let's hope I just didn't jinx him. Hopefully he's got his computer stuff squared away. Now, we do have a couple of standby drivers. You can stand by in the truck series. And it looks like Ryan Douglas, Kyle Peddle, and Ryan Branchaw. They've got standby by their names, so I'm assuming they are standby drivers. I know last season standbys couldn't qualify, and it looks like 2 of them didn't, and 1 of them did. So I don't know. That's the admins. That's where the admins come into play. I just letting everybody know what the rule set from last season was, and I don't believe it has changed. According to the rule book, I don't see it, and I could be blind. So we will have to get confirmation on that. And if anybody in chat kind of knows if that rule has changed or not, please put it in chat. All right, Dennis Hansman out there telling me everything looks okay. Well, I'm hoping everything. I'm still dropping frames like crazy over here, but we got 44 watching, so that's, man, I love what I'm seeing out there. You can share it, get out there, share it on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, MySpace, if you still have it, old school stuff. Get it out there, get people to get over here and watch some awesome racing here tonight. Pierce M rooting for EWR, though I might be biased. I think that's a little bit biased there, buddy. All right, still waiting for the drivers' meeting to be concluded, and I'll try to get our pole sitter up here. That's going to be Brad Slaughter Jr. after winning yesterday. Like I was talking about earlier, he's already got a win here, so he kind of knows what it's going to take. He is looking to go back-to-back in the days, Monday and Tuesday. All right, well, any picks out there? Let's see here. Yeah, pit strategy and keeping the truck clean definitely going to be a big key. The one can do, yeah, they will be fast, of course. No mistakes on pit road, especially on entry. If it's green flag, yeah, you got that right, Dennis, for sure.
Let me know who to say if I voted for some freaks. I don't know.
All right, it looks like the meeting is going to be over with here. Got a pick for Ogburn. We got a pick for the 21. Hey, Rudy, how you doing out there, buddy? Having some issues, but we're good. Looks like got another pick for Austin Hill. So let's get our pole sitter up here real quick. Well, if I can find him. There he is. Should have known he was down there in VRA. Brad Slaughter Jr., buddy, got a copy?
10-4, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, I should have known you was in VRA, man. I see the car, man, every week, so it's got the same paint scheme. Well, you're going to grab the pole out here tonight, buddy. Congratulations, man. You know Las Vegas pretty well after yesterday's win. Man, talk about it. What's the mindset coming into tonight yet again at Vegas week? Man, you're looking to go back to back here, so you got a kind of a game plan going forward.
Just keep it clean tonight, and I'm not going to go on the apron before the start-finish line on a restart. I'm going to try to avoid that, and I think we'll be all right. I'm excited. I was ready to get after this one after the race last night, so I'm just ready to get started and see what she's got. It's gonna be a tighter race. We're all running kind of wide open right now. You'll be running wide open for probably the first, 10 to 20 laps of a run. So it's gonna be tight racing here to start out, and then probably spread out if we get a little bit of a long run. Should be fun.
All right. Well, how do you think tires are going to hold up here? We know Las Vegas does use tires. I mean, they don't use them like a whole lot, but they do use tires. So what's the mindset? Trying to be as conservative as you possibly can, or just waiting to see what happens?
Yeah, don't want to save too much on that first run. You want to make sure you keep your track position, all that, see how the race is going to play out. If we're going to have some cautions or anything like that. But just be smooth on your wheel inputs and not being real jerky. Just not burning them up. You got to take care of them. Gotta have them when it counts.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Alrighty, Brad. Well, congratulations on the pole here tonight. We're going to be keeping a very, very close eye on that number one here because we know what you like to do. We've had a week to study, so.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Just want to give a quick shout out to Bruzy Racewear. Appreciate what they do. All my VRA guys. Appreciate what you guys are doing up here in the booth. And shout out to some of my friends. I got some friends watching, my buddy Jacob and all them guys back at the house. So I appreciate everybody tuning in, and hope it's a good race.
All right, I imagine it will be a fantastic race, Brad. Go get ready.
10-4. Appreciate it, guys.
Bud. All right, that's Brad Slaughter Jr. Let's go back here to around, I would say, 16th. I like to get a couple of drivers up here before we get things going. There he is. Kyle Knapp, buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
I didn't say it. Are you happy?
Yes.
You can blame Jacob Lee on that one. All right, well, you're going to be starting back here in around 16th here tonight, bud. How you feeling? You feeling pretty good out here tonight?
Yeah, I feel like we got a pretty good truck. Hopefully we can work our way up to the top 10 here shortly and get a good run going.
All right, so it's kind of just going to be a kind of a hold your breath waiting game until we get later on in the race.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be like that, I think, all night. It's going to be hectic with this draft.
All right, Kyle, we'll let you get back to it, man. Hey, 135 laps here tonight. You can't win it on the first lap, so you still got 134 after that. So good luck out there, Kyle.
Thanks, Josh.
Buddy. All right, well, Stephen Dean will be here. We did have an iRacing update today. So he is doing his update. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to get another one in here. All right. Well, coming down to about 35 seconds left. It's going to be Brad Slaughter Jr. So we'll just wait for iRacing here to count down. Yes, okay, so standbys and development drivers cannot qualify. That is still a rule here for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. And I know in the Cup Series, you cannot go in as a standby driver. I think you have to be in the development and race one of 5 races in that. I do believe that is correct on that. So let's get down here to the grid here tonight. The MaxSpeedTV starting grid. Brad Slaughter Jr. going to grab the pole out here. Congratulations to Brad. Kyle Peddle, one of the standby drivers. He did qualify second. Not exactly sure what the admins do in a sense like this. Jacob Lee, I do see you are out there. You are one of the admins. So I think you can give your take on that. But he is going to be second place here in qualifying. Michael Atkins Jr. third, Austin Hill fourth, Nicholas Vroman in fifth, Zach Ogburn in sixth, Keith Haney seventh, Brad Wetzel eighth, Bryce Sedesak in ninth, and Rick Christensen going to round out that top 10 in qualifying. Jeremy Clifton in 11th, Todd Cray 12th, Curtis Vollmer 13th, M. Shane Lee 14th, Nick Hunt 15th, Kyle Knapp Sr. in 16th, Jarrett Lipster 17th, Alan Hilton in 18th, Brian Wasserman 19th, and Joe Johnson 20th. Nolan Neiman 21st, Dwayne Dunn 22nd, Orlando Rivera 23rd, Casey Duncan 24th, Chris Canfield 25th, Patrick D 26th, Randy Kruder 27th, Andrew Jump 28th, Joshua Gillen 29th, and Jeff Glockner 30th, Cody McFadden 31st, Ron Schutte 32nd, Edward Morris Sr. 33rd, Gary Wells 34th, Scott Brooks 35th, Matt Alverson 36th, M. Scott List Rambler 37th, James Haney will be currently in 38th in that qualifying spot. Scott McClendon did not qualify. He'll start 39th. Randy Purdue 40th, Elvis Rankin 41st, Ryan Branshaw 42nd, and Ryan Douglas going to round out the field here tonight, win qualifying, riding shotgun in 43rd. All right, on the backstretch here. Well, as we make our way into turn number 3 here, folks, pull those belts tight one more time as we get things going here tonight for round number 2 of the Northern Capital Truck Series. Stephen Dean has finally joined the festivities here tonight. Working late, but the pace car is going to dive off. We are ready to go green flag racing here for the Rick's Hot Sauce green flag start of the race. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here at Vegas for round 2. Well, Steven, glad to have you, buddy.
What is up? What is up, brother? Still waiting on this update. Didn't realize one come out today, maybe. I have no idea. I'm usually on top of them, but guess not. This one got me.
This one got you. All right. Well, that's part of it. Well, we already have a move here. Austin Hill has already taken over second place. And Michael Atkins Jr. still holding third. Brad Slaughter Jr. going to lead the first lap here tonight. We've got a battle back here. Bryce Sedesak to the inside of Rick Christensen. Here comes the 22 of Todd Cray to the inside of Rick. I think we're going to be Steven last out. You know, I don't know if you got a chance to watch it. There was a lot of single file, but that really is Vegas at the beginning. Or, you know, as the tires wear down, they go single file. It is so hard to pass here, though, later in the run.
Yeah, it definitely takes those new tires to get up and around some of these guys. But, I mean, like you said, it's Vegas. Anything can happen. It's Sin City, so it should be a show. I did see your favorite name call won last night, though.
My favorite, what?
The favorite name you like to call out. Oh, Brad Slaughter Jr.
Oh, Brad Slaughter. Oh, yeah, Slaughter. Yeah, boy, I don't know how he did it last night, but he managed to slaughter the field, as I like to call it. But we're still early here. You know, yeah, he grabbed the pole and he's led the first 3 laps, but, you know, we still got a long way to go, Steven. I know you're not in the thing yet. You know, you're not watching. But, you know, early on at Vegas here, you really just have to, I would say, be patient. You know, let the track come to you. Early on, if you want to burn your stuff up, go right ahead. But you also want to test the field, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, you know, patience and conservation. You want to keep your equipment right. You definitely, I feel like Vegas is definitely one of those tracks where you want to have a pretty clean truck. At the end of it, it's going to make a difference. towards the end and stuff. But definitely tires. You're definitely going to want to save your tires. I mean, you never know. We had a really good run last week. Only 3 cautions, I believe. And
yeah, 3 cautions the whole race last week. Yeah.
So that pit strategy is definitely going to come into play here when you guys are taking tires, when you're taking fuel, and you're going to want to make that work for you. You don't want to have to take too many tires because that'll eat you up.
All right. Well, you know, I was talking to Brad Slaughter Jr. and he was talking about you know, being conservative. You know, they can go pretty much flat foot, you know, for the first, say, 15 or so laps. But after that, that's where that tire fall off really starts to happen. So about 30 to 40 laps on a tire run seems about right.
Yeah, right at there. I wouldn't even say, if you're really trying to save, I wouldn't be flat-footed those first 15 laps. You know, you're really going to burn your stuff up there doing that. It depends on what your pit strategy is.
We got a gaggle here. We got a couple of passes being made. Brad Wetzel to the inside. He made the pass on the 22. Now he's to the inside of the 09 Bryce Senesac. Now Brad trying to make that move to get up into 7th. He hasn't quite done it yet. But I suspect Brad Wetzel to get around it. Well, I don't know. The 09 of Bryce Senesac does have the line on that outside. You just got to be careful going into the corners and knowing if there is a driver below you or not. That's where spotters come in.
Yeah, they can make a big difference.
All right, Liam Brown out there in chat. Glad to have you, Liam. Pretty much still, man, battles. Well, oh, good Lord, back here into the field, man. They're side by side. We're going to start here with Randy Kruder. He's going to go to the inside of the 77 to Brian Wasserman. Then we got a battle back here. Andrew Jump to the inside of the 44. 64, Cody McFadden to the inside of the 57. So battles back here in the back of the field, side by side, as the 57 of Scott Rambler there on that middle line coming out of turn number 2. Now the 51 of Scott McClendon. And that other Bruzy machine for Virtual Racing Alliance to the inside as they go into 3. And only 2 drivers, 4 points. Oh, we got a bracket on the front stretch, and it is a big one. The big one at Vegas, Steven, and you missed it. Oh, no, several drivers going to get involved in this. Let's go back and take a look at it here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. There goes Steven's eardrums. Already starting to happen here tonight.
Nothing new for me, brother. Keep going. I'm actually loading in right now. I hate that I missed that. Sorry I'm late, by the way.
That's all right. It's all right, man. We know work and stuff, you know, real life. You know, it happens. But we're gonna figure out what happened here. I was just back here. And then I see some speeds definitely fall off, and then right there is where it was. Oh, it looks like it started ahead of Elvis Rankin. Maybe the 80 there. Randy Kruder involved in this, and just look at them. Man, they are everywhere. It looks like we see the 18 there, up there on that high side. Oh, the 92. Let's see here if we can get on the 92. Chris Canfield. This is probably where it's going to start. Oh, the 11 and the 18. So let's get up here to the 11 of KC Duncan in the Surf Pro 11 machine. It's got the 18 right here. This is where it's going to initiate this whole calamity on the front stretch here. So as they come out of turn 4, and I mentioned it earlier, folks. This is I'm not perfect, but I have learned over time on what tracks is bad. And I said, coming out of the corners, it'll probably be that right rear. And then we see it right here. There was contact between the 11 and the 18. That's going to send them both up into the wall. And it was just calamity behind them. Everybody was trying to dodge it, and they just could not get around it. Scott Rambler there up on the high side. He is going to have nowhere to go as he T-bones the 44 there. MaxSpeedTV, we just see it right here across the line. They are 9 wide wrecking. Man, a lot of fast drivers already out of the race early here. Some of them has already taken their cars behind the wall. The others, probably setting aside getting damage fixed. Man, that is not what you want to see here. 12, 13 laps into the race.
I am in it now, and it's looking good.
All right. What happened there? All right. Yeah, Jacob, I know you're out there in chat, buddy. Please don't spam, bud. Thank you. Well, all right. Well, after the first round of pit stops here, it looks like Brad Slaughter Jr. is going to take the top spot. Austin Hill second, Michael Atkins Jr. third, Nicholas Roman fourth, and Keith Haney going to be fifth. Well, let's talk to, how about we talk to Todd Cray here? I've got to find him. I don't know if he's part of a team or not. Well, I don't see him in TeamSpeak. Am I blind?
Who are you looking for, Cray?
Todd Cray. Oh, I found him. East Coast Motorsports. Are they double file? No. All right, Todd Cray, buddy, got a copy.
Yeah, got you.
Well, Todd, you're currently running back here in 7th. Started 12th, but man, calamity. Man, early on here tonight, buddy. How's your race going?
Yeah, I mean, so far so good. It's been clean up front. Lost a teammate there in that melee, and just gonna feel the tires out, keep her clean, see what the leaders are doing up here, work on some pit strategy, and try to drive it to the front.
All right. Well, you are already getting double foul, man. You got an idea of what's going to go forward here, but we're going to let you get back to it, Todd. Man, good luck down there. We got a long way to go.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Uh-huh. All right, man. Even the mile and a halves are starting to get a little bit harder to interview.
No kidding.
I don't mind you chatting out there, people. Just don't like spamming. Everybody wants to say, but I do got admins here. And I've got admins that like to hide as well. So please keep it to a minimum. But we appreciate everybody out there. Oh, sure. Well, Steven, you were in here, buddy. How about you go ahead and get them going here, man?
Let me get on these leaders here.
All right, coming to the Rick's Hot Sauce Green Flag restart here tonight.
I might miss it.
All right, we'll go ahead and do it here.
Got her.
All right.
I've got her. Brad Slaughter still leading it here. Pace car dives off. Waiting on Brad. Brad takes off. Good jump by that one machine. A real good jump.
Yeah, a really good jump by Brad Slaughter. Austin Hill still second, holding off Atkins Jr. there. Nicholas Roman in the fourth up a spot. Keith Haney coming from 7th to 5th, going to round out the top 5 as a battle behind him between Todd Cray and Zach Ogburn here. That is for 6th as they go single file pretty much behind them. For the most part, we get back here to the 00 of Nick Hunt. I haven't mentioned Nick much here tonight, but he's to the inside of Kyle Knapp Sr. there as they make their way down into turn number 1 side by side. Eric Christensen started 10th. He's back in 16th. Ron Schutte started 32nd. He's already cracked the top 20 and 20th here, Steven. So they are moving on up here.
Big
right.
Two making a move around the 17.
Well, let me see if I can find a 17 here. There he is. Yep, the 2 of Alan Hilton and Brad Wetzel.
You got a challenge for the lead here as well. This should be interesting.
Oh, Austin Hill and Brad Slaughter. They're going to go well, not quite yet side by side, but it was brewing there, Steven.
It was. It's always fun to see those lead changes.
Yeah, that was a big wreck. Well, I see Michelle.
Brad Wetzel in another battle here.
Uh-oh, Brad Wetzel. Let's go back here and see. Yeah, there he is, back in 10th. Yeah, I see Michelle out there in chat. Now, she does what I do. She is one of our moderators here, and she say hi every once in a while. She likes to kind of sit back and watch and see what's going on in chat. So, I do the same thing to Rudy Cummings, who is out there watching. One of the owners here at MaxSpeedTV. He's the head honcho, though. He's the boss man. He's the guy we all go to bug, you know.
Oh, boy. I'm sure he loves that title.
Oh, yeah. Well, still watching, man. I don't see really a whole lot of battles here. Really, I mean, there's some side-by-side going on. Cal Knapp there yet again to the inside of the 21 of Jeremy Clifton. And we have one that was starting to happen behind them. It looks like they got it squared away. Zach Ogburn to the outside. The 2 of Alan Hilton going to get around.
The 2 bringing the 17 of Brad Wetzel right along with him there to the inside.
Yes, he is.
Looks like Brad Wetzel's going to bring in Shane Lean with him. Zach Ogburn getting freight trained a little there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Battle back here. Zach Ogburn, man. Zach's falling back. We got Nolan Neiman falling back a spot there to Jarrett Lipster, 17th, but they're still side by side. Jarrett on the inside has not completed the pass yet. Coming into 3. He is trying to, man, you got to be careful here at Vegas. You hit that apron coming into the corner, and oh my Lord, it's like ice. It will upset that car, truck in this case.
Even the tire wear, man, as these tires wear down trying to get in and out of these corners, it can be treacherous.
Yes, they can. Spam meat in the can. Wow. You guys are killing me. Up in the battle of the 09. Right center sack now Alan Hilton.
Alan Hilton is making some moves here tonight.
Yes, he is. He's working that outside. Now, he can get... Oh, almost rewind back here. Good Lord. And we are stacked, starting with the 8 of him, Shane Lee. Oh, the 12 into the wall. Good save by Kyle Knapp.
Looks like no harm, no foul for him.
Yeah, got a little bit of that right front damage there. Here's the thing about Vegas, Steven, and I know you've raced at Vegas. You can get draft here. It's not a whole lot like, like Michigan Auto Club or even some of the other bigger mile and a halves like I would say, Charlotte. But you can get draft here at Las Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can be a game changer here.
Yes, it can. Oh, Brad still got that pressure from Austin Hill, though. Man, Nicholas Froman. He, the quickest in practice. Trying to make some moves back up there toward the front. After starting 5th, currently running in 6th. So he is trying to work himself back up there.
Who'd you take to win this one tonight?
Well, I took Austin Hill, actually, Steven, and I know you joined us kind of late. I'm going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to pick somebody since we are not halfway here tonight. So go ahead, man.
I'm telling you, man, I'm going to pick Zach Ogburn for the rest of the season until he wins a race. I enjoyed racing with that guy. And he's a deserving driver, and he needs to win a race for me.
Oh, okay. So you're yet again going to go for Zach Ogburn.
Until he wins a race, that will be my pick. Mark my words.
All right. So this, for the second week in a row, Stephen Dean going to go for Zach Ogburn. And of course,
I think he has a decent skill set for here. You know, like I said, I've run with him before. He's a great driver here. He's fallen back a couple spots here, but I feel like that might be a strategy call. You know, he might
could be
trying to save his stuff.
Oh, door to door, the 99 of Jarrett Litster and Cal Knapp Sr. Oh, that was close. Another thing I want to mention here too, Stephen, is the trail, or the front stretch here, whatever you want to call it here at Las Vegas. That apron there, that's legal. That's legal. You can go down there.
Yeah, you can definitely risk it. I'll call it a risk. You know, going from that bank to that flat that fast, you know, that's got to upset these trucks. They're holding on every time they do it, and then coming back up onto the track. It's just a big enough bump to upset these trucks just enough, especially tire wear and stuff like that. If you had track temp, you know, really high track temp, make everything a little slicker.
Well, let's take a look at that track temp here. About 81 degrees, so it's not bad.
Not at all.
Watching Jeremy Clifton here and Brad Wetzel. Here comes Nick Hunt. He gonna put his 2 cents in here on that outside line. 3 wide here as they come around to the number 5. That is going to be Randy Perdue. Now, one thing I love about Randy Perdue is when he's out here racing, he never gives up. Even though he get into an incident or whatever, that man never gives up. And he will go until he can't go no more.
Until that thing goes boom.
Yep. All right, 66 watching here currently. We got 30 likes. We got 20 more to go before I hit my goal of 50. Set the goal here this season. 50 likes, you know, I'll adjust it as we, you know, go race to race, but got a goal of 50 likes. 3 wide again. They come around some more lap traffic. It looks like Ryan Branchaw going to be the last driver on the lead lap. First driver a lap down after finishing in 3rd last week. James Haney 1 lap down. He is looking for a caution to get back on the lead lap as long as he is not involved in it. And Dwayne Dunn back here. He is also 1 lap down. Does have some significant damage on that Northern Capital 39 machine. Boy, that 9 looks like an 8. 39 machine there. But he is still trucking along. It looks like he might be down on a whole lot of power. So possible engine damage on Dwayne Dunn.
Yeah, that ain't no good, man. That's a quick night ruiner. And if you ain't careful with that thing for the rest of the night, it could ruin somebody else's night as well.
All right, Michelle out there talking. Yeah, I was wondering what happened to Jacob Lee there. He got kind of got hit in Chad. I'm like, Jacob, don't do that. I'm like, what in the world? That's all right. We know mistakes do happen. Trust me, I've done it. I was making a guy moderator one time, and I timed him out for 300 seconds by accident. So, yeah.
That is what it is.
Oh, watching Keith Haney, last week's winner. Is looking to the inside of, I believe, that is going to be that 22 of Todd Cray. Yep. They got Nicholas Vroman behind them.
Last week's winner.
Yo, man, that was close between him and Nolan Neiman, man. Door to door, side by side. Oh, man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely a fun one to call.
Pretty good racing here. They're getting a little bit spread out. We're still seeing some side-by-side driving. Not really, I would say, door-to-door. I mean, some of them are bumper-to-bumper. Nick Hunt, Brad Wetzel, Zach Ogburn. You could throw a blanket over them 3. Get back up here toward the front 3. No, not yet. Almost.
Pull the trigger. Pretty much just
I suspect some 3 wide later on in the race, though. I really do.
Oh, for sure. What's racing without some 3 wide racing?
I might as well just go 4 and just make it more interesting, right?
Just practicing for when it does happen.
Good racing. How about we get I usually don't use these views here too often, but let's get how about a blimp view of this. I don't usually use these, but I think it would be good to kind of throw some different camera angles out there. I'll get it out in a minute.
A little different perspective. On
Yeah.
The race. You can kind of tell how tight these guys are. You know, there's some close battles going on here.
Yes, there is. I'm watching it. Keith Haney here still in traffic on that blimp view, looking at it, and I'm looking maybe at, nope, that's not going to happen. 3 wide there yet again.
Nicholas Broman looking for that move there inside of Keith Haney. Real good look there. Looks like Keith Haney has a slight run off. Really good drive off the 4 there.
Yep. Into 5th. Well, Michael Atkins Jr. up to 2nd. He got around Austin Hill. Now put Austin back to 3rd. Well, they have been out here at about 27 laps. So them tires, Steven, they are starting to wear down a little bit more.
Yeah, it's going to get a little slicker out there.
I suspect in about 5 more laps, we will start seeing some green flag pit stops here as Nick Hunt.
3 wide now.
3 wide. Missed it again.
Just start hollering as soon as I say it.
You might have to. Oh, 3 wide. There we go. As they get around light traffic. It's still 3 wide.
3 wide will be 3 wide. A lot of, I mean, not, I won't say single file, but a lot of the 2x2 racing, you know, still really clean.
Yeah.
Really clean 2x2 racing.
You got to watch this front pack, though. Look how many, I'm not worried about Brad Slaughter right now, or Michael Atkins Jr. Look from Austin Hill back to Bryce Citizen. They're all right there together.
Absolutely.
That's from 3rd to 9th place as they come around to the 24 here. That will be Jeff Glockner. They're still pretty much neck and neck here up in this front pack. I think right now, if anything was to happen, it would happen right here in this front pack. I'm not saying, you know, which driver it would happen with, but it could happen. Oh, Austin Hill pulling off. He's coming down pit road. We got more coming down pit road as well. Nick Screaming Hunt, that's down pit road. That's his nickname. Screaming Hunt. There we go.
I feel like we come up with new ones every day for the same people. Depends on what series they're in. They got series nicknames.
Yeah, they got series nicknames for sure. All right, 351. WBOSS man about to see the 56 shine. That's going to be Keith Haney. Yeah, we got more coming down. Alan Hilton coming down. Todd Cray. Well, if I can catch up to him here, boy. Todd Cray, M. Shane Lee, Jeremy Clifton. Austin Hill back out on the track, as well as Nick Hunt. He is out. So, yeah, early round of pit stops here. They gave the lead up to Michael Atkins Jr. He's going to lead his 2nd lap here, coming to the line with Keith Haney. They're in 2nd. These drivers are staying out. So, yeah, about 32, 38 laps. Hey, I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, Atkins, Haney, and Broman, man, you can throw a blanket over these guys. Keith Haney making a move here to the inside of Michael Atkins Jr. See if he can complete this pass.
Well, Keith Haney will complete the pass, I believe. Michael Atkins Jr., yes, he is going to be coming down pit road. That is why he did what he did. They gave the lead up to Keith Haney. Last week's winner has led a lap now. They come around the 51. That's going to be Scott McClendon. The green flag pit stops happening here tonight.
Better be careful with those sweet calls on the tire wear. Goodyear might try and hire you.
Yep, Mr. Feelgoods. Up Keith down pit road. Here comes Bryce Sinesak down pit road. Looks like the 40. No, 40 staying out. Who is that? That would be Curtis Vollmer coming down, as well as the 17 coming down of Rhett Nichols. So Nicholas Vroman out front. Looks like Nicholas Vroman now going to be coming down pit road, as well as Zach Ogburn, Rick Christensen. See what Kyle Knapp does. He is going to come down pit road. And Joshua Gillen going to stay out and do, well, Joshua Gillian things. So if Sandra is out there in chat, which I'm assuming she is, yep, I just seen her down there pop in. Out there in chat, rooting on her son, I believe. Oh, Joshua. Oh, yeah, she is out there in chat. I see her. Well, Joshua going to lead officially his first lap here tonight. He's got Brad Slaughter, though, after everything has really reset. Now, Joshua has yet to make his pit stop here. And we're already on lap 50, Steven. Wow, this race has really wound down. We still got plenty to go, but, man, they are really knocking out this race here tonight.
Yes, sir. I believe those top few, oh, those guys are coming down pit road now.
Well, Joshua Gillen is the only driver that has yet to pit. He's coming down, so that's going to give the lead back up to Brad Slaughter Jr. If Brad can make it back around, which I think he can as he comes across the stripe there. This time, there he goes. He is going to make that pass on Joshua, but a different strategy, Steven. This is kind of, you know, what's it setting up to be for, you know, Joshua and that Drive for Diabetes machine check, don't guess. You know, could it be setting up something for him to, you know, later on to maybe have the fuel and have the tires when everybody else is going to have to pit just to stay out and possibly, you know, win the thing as he hits the blue cone there, blue cone there at the exit of pit road. I'm going to have a talk there with Joshua. Can't be hitting no cones here tonight.
What'd that cone ever do to you?
Exactly. As you can tell, I have fun up here in the booth, man. Yeah, awesome paint job there on that number 40. We got awesome paint jobs throughout the field here tonight. So let's get a closer look here. As these drivers, you know, they work so hard on their paint schemes. You know, let's kind of go through the field. Brad Slaughter in the Bruzy 1. We got Austin Hill in the Serve Pro 16. We've got Alan Hilton in the GTR Simulation 2. We got Todd Cray in the, don't know, it's a psychedelic machine. Infinite Hero there. It looks like Truck 2020. We've got Nick Hunt in another Serve Pro machine there. He is going to be coming around, I believe it looks like the 8. That is going to be in Shane Lee in another GTR machine. Right behind him, Jeremy Clifton. Is that? That's Keith Haney in that Third Rock Racing 56. Jeremy Clifton in the GTR. Bryce Sinesak running It looks like a BK Paint. Michael Atkins Jr. running a RB Custom Rigs paint here tonight. Rick Bell, the Xfinity sponsor for Extreme. Prime time, the 95 of Nicholas Froman. Just to kind of name a few of the paints. I know paints don't make you faster, but you know, they do work so hard on their paint, Steven. You've been there, done that. You know what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That can be a task in itself. A lot of good painters out there, man. It takes a lot of time to get some of these paints, especially when you're doing multiple cars for teams.
Yes, yes. You know, I love that new Northern Capital paint here that Samson Motorsports has got with those side letters there on the back. Man, I love it. Just the time it takes to get those out there. But like I said, paints don't make you fast. It's all about how you are in driving, and as they still come around lap traffic, man. Well, the 95 of Nicholas Froman's going to get around Michael Atkins Jr., or he's going to try to make that pass, and he is going to do it. Right up ahead of them, Jeremy Clifton and the old out of Bryce Sinesack into turn 1. They are side by side. Bryce out of 2, side by side again with a 21 with the 21 there. Into 3, side by side. Man, these guys going side by side here tonight. It's like they don't know what it's going to do to them with everybody up in front of them, pretty much single file. They're going to lose some time.
Yeah, absolutely. Might need a little bit of that draft you were talking about earlier.
It's a very big possibility. I think if they can go single file, we'll see them catch. We'll see them catch the leaders. All right, 135 laps here tonight. 67 and a half laps is going to be our halfway mark. We are on lap 59, Steven, so we're going to be coming up to that halfway mark here in about 8 or so laps. I mean, man.
Laps count down quick when you're running these green flag laps.
Yes, they do. And we've got some action back here. Brad Wetzel, Michael Atkins Jr., Curtis Vollmer. We got a couple of Northern Capital guys back here together. Oh, we might see some 3 wide here. Are they going to pinch that number 3 in the middle? No, but that 17 of Bradley Wetzel is going to get around to Michael Atkins Jr. They come out of 2, man. No, I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff out here, Steven. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, man, it's a pretty boring race tonight. I mean, I hate to say it, but I guess this is how racing should be.
Green flag, man, green flag.
Some more action as these laps wind down.
Oh, yeah, but hey, green flag. Oh, we got the 3 going around. The 3, no caution? What? There is no caution for the 3 of Michael Atkins Jr. going around. What happened to that number 3 machine as we go back and take a look here on the MaxSpeedTV replay? There's no caution.
No caution, maybe due to the fact that he come right off the track, maybe? That one.
That is confusing for sure. He's got the 48 there to his outside as they come into turn 1. Well, right at the edge of turn 1. Right there, we see the 3. I'm not an admin, but I see the 3 move up right into the 48. And that sends Michael Atkins Jr. into that outside wall, but he stopped on the track. He did pull it off. But there is no caution. He was in front of traffic there. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Maybe we're going to have a talk here with Mr. Ed Morse to see if he turned on cautions here tonight. I think he did because we already had one. So we can't blame it on Ed Morse here tonight. I got to pick on Ed. Sorry.
That's always fun.
Well, man, they do so much. They've got a lot on their minds, you know, racing, adminning, working in real life. You know, this is a job in itself. So, you know, things do happen, and we know that. So, man, but tough break, man. At that number 3, he was running strong up there, and then now he is going to find himself one lap down with some heavy damage on that RV Custom Rigs machine. But Brad Slaughter, I'm not really worried about Brad. He is almost 3 seconds ahead of Austin Hill. And Austin back here running in second, Alan Hilton third, Todd Cray fourth, and Keith Haney in fifth. But there's some traffic here in and around that 22 of Todd Cray.
Brad Slaughter here running away with this one, man. You know, I always like to talk about those guys that do it both 2 nights in a row. You know, I know they're completely different vehicles and different mechanics and different way of driving, but you still have the track experience.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You get to run that first night, and you know how the track's gonna feel. I think that's a pretty big advantage for some of these guys that run out here in this truck series, and any of the series where they run too.
Well, and I don't say it much, but I do know, and for those of you that are tuning in here tonight, I do appreciate every single one of you. We have a real live truck driver in this race, or in this series, well, part of Extreme, really. And that number 16 of Austin Hill, that is the Austin Hill in the truck series for NASCAR. So, you know, although he's got a lot of real life experience, you know, when you come on a simulator, yeah, it's different. It really is. Because you're not feeling the G-forces that you do in the cars or the trucks. You know, unless you have a motion simulator, then you'll feel them. But you're not feeling that.
Absolutely, man. Over these last 2 laps, he has cut 2/10 off of Brad Slaughter's lead here.
He has.
Laps, so he might be doing something. I don't know if Brad Slaughter's driven it pretty hard to get that far ahead. Now he might be paying for it a little bit on tire wear, but it looks like Austin Hill just cut another 10th off. He's definitely reeling him in.
Well, all right, 69 watching, 34 likes. We are almost at that goal of 50 likes here tonight. 16 more to go. You got that right, Steven. Man, just watching, yeah, they are all spread out here. I mean, you got some battles, as we see the 09 of Bryce getting around M. Shane Lee, but I'm not really seeing much of anything going on right now. We got Brad Wetzel there passing Nick Hunt. Going to put Nick back into 10th, but you know, these green flag racing, you know, that's what it's all about. You know, you don't need the cautions. You know, they want some green flag racing.
Yep, now it comes down to strategy.
Yeah, now it comes down to strategy.
You don't really have to worry so much about, you know, I get my stuff under yellow and this, that, and the other. No, now you got to make those tough calls and try and set yourself up for the end of the race.
Yeah, for sure. Scott Hibbs out there. This is so cool. Definitely a great way to get your sports fix these days. You got that right. Well, Austin Hill coming down pit road. What? Strategies, Steven.
Absolutely, and they're going to be different. I feel like, you know, some guys are going to change their strategies from stop to stop. You just never know. Maybe that last one they didn't like the timing or something, and they're trying to play it out to where they can two-stop it to the end, or who knows anymore, man. It just gets wild. This is, you know, you talk about these green flag laps and how it's the same thing over and over. It's kind of fun to talk about how some of these strategies play out.
Well, you know, you have different, you know, the last pit stop we had under green flag, you know, you have different drivers out here on different sets of tires. So, you know, how long is them going to hold as we see Keith Haney coming down pit road, Brad Slaughter Jr. coming down pit road, Todd Cray down pit road. So it looks like the second round of green flag pit stops for some of these drivers are happening right now as we are lap 73 of 135 here tonight. I do have a crank it up, but they are so spread out, Steven, it's not even worth doing it.
Yeah. Might have to wait till after we get bundled up here on a caution, if we have one.
If we have one.
We're going to have another one of those tonight.
Yeah, man, these guys have really showed what they're going to be doing here this evening. It looks like Jeremy Clifton down pit road, M. Shane Lee, and Alan Hilton out there. I don't have a nickname for Alan Hilton yet, but...
I'm sure one will come in due time.
I'm sure I will figure something out.
Looks like Nick Hunt coming down here.
Let's see here. Where's he at? There he is. Yep, he is coming down pit road. So another round of green flag pit stops happening here this evening. Yes, Brendan, it is the Austin Hill. And also, to give you guys a little bit of an insight, there is a driver out here as well. I think he raced yesterday as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he is in the race here. I thought I seen him.
Who are you looking for there?
I'm looking for Shooty.
The 28 sitting in 8th.
28. Let me find the number here. Yeah, Ron Shooty. Yeah, on pit road. That's one of the mechanics for Austin Hill. By the way.
Race fix in too on these downtimes.
Exactly. So we got a couple of drivers here racing against each other that know each other personally, and I've talked to both of them. And both of them really cool guys. You know, they're with everything going on. You know, they don't have nothing to do. You know. But NASCAR is going to be starting back up here, but we want to keep our viewers, folks. So, man, please, just because NASCAR's starting up, man, stay tuned because you're going to get NASCAR fixes throughout the week, for sure. With iRacing and real NASCAR, man, I miss my sports definitely here. I don't really talk about it on stream much, but, man, it's been one weird time that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Dennis Hansman, yes, I picked a real life truck driver. Give me a break. Come on now.
He can be a cheater sometimes, he's got to win him every now and again. We give him to him.
I have yet to win. When I pick a driver, I have yet to get a pick since I started with Extreme.
You should have took Brad Slaughter Jr. tonight.
Well, I probably should have, but, I like going out on limbs, But Nicholas Froman coming down pit road. Curtis Vollmer is going to take the lead. He is looking to lead his first lap. You don't get a bonus point for leading a lap. You do get a bonus point for leading the laps. Yeah, you got that right. But as we hit lap 80 of 135, man, they've knocked out this race quick.
We've only been racing here for 50 minutes.
I know. Well, Nicholas Froman coming off of pit road. So now we're going to see here when the top 4 drivers have yet to make a pit stop. We're going to see when these drivers come down pit road. That's going to be Curtis Vollmer, Joshua Gillian, Edward Morris Sr., and Kyle Knapp there. Now, Curtis Vollmer joined us yesterday in the booth here. Of course, tonight he is racing. But last night he pulled him up here. He was adminning with the ARCA admins. And wanted to get a perspective from the admin side. That's always good when you can get that. But Curtis coming out pit road here. We'll see what Joshua Gillian does in the Drive for Diabetes Awareness Check Note Guest Machine. He is going to stay out lead his second lap here tonight. So like I was talking about different strategies, Edward Moore Sr. down pit road. And Kyle Knapp looks like is going to be coming off of pit road here momentarily. No, he's going to be going into his pit stall here. Looks like everybody, Edward Moore Sr. on pit road. Okay, that was the other driver that I was seeing coming down. But looks like everybody has made the pit stop on this round of green flag pit stops, except for that number 40 there, Steven. But man, it's been a really, really, really good race here. We have only had one caution here tonight for 4 laps. And we're down to 53 laps to go, but we've had 9 lead changes here this evening.
Most of those lead changes haven't even been fun lead changes. They've been lead changes due to pitch strategy.
Shane Lee? I've not heard of Shane Lee. Shane Lee in the 8. Jacob Lee out there in chat stating, if he remembers correctly, Shane Lee is also a real-life Craftsman truck racer. I don't know Shane. We might have to ask him to get some a little bit of more insider information, but it's good to see these, these drivers, these real-life drivers out here racing with some of the best simulator drivers out here. And I haven't mentioned him really any at all, but William Byron, one of the real-life NASCAR drivers and one of, I would say, one of the best simulator iRacing drivers. Every time I watch him, ever since they started doing the thing on FS1 with iRacing, every time I see him in a race, I don't even have to watch it because I know who's going to win it. Because that's how he got his start, was iRacing, and he knows iRacing. Oh, Brad Slaughter. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's almost no fair. These guys that iRace and race in real life, you guys are getting double duty.
Well, Brad Slaughter going to get around Joshua Gillian, and he has elected to come down pit road. This has put him in a good position here to run it out as much as he can. He's going to be on fresher tires, more fuel than anybody out there on the track right now. I think we're going to have to watch Joshua Gillian here as we get later on into the race at lap 87 of 135 here. Coming to lap 88 here tonight. But really, Steven, it's all been about Mr. Slaughter there. Sergeant Slaughter, as he was called in chat. And right now, he has decimated this field here, leading right now 67 laps. Started pole, and he's really never gave up. His strategy has played into his factor. Brad Slaughter Jr., I think he is going to be the guy that is going to be difficult to beat here this evening.
These guys are going to have to start calling him the bus driver because he's taking them to school.
Taking them to school. Well, Brad Slaughter Jr. also won yesterday in the ARCA Series, Steven, here at Las Vegas, Sin City. So he's looking to go back-to-back in the tracks and back-to-back days.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think it gives him a huge leg up there on this race tonight, getting that win, boosting his momentum and his confidence going into tonight. And obviously it showed something where he just likes this track one, or really good at it. So we'll have to talk to him at the end.
Yes, we will. All right, no negative. Yes, for sure. No negativity in the chat, please. We will not tolerate it here on MaxSpeedTV. Bashing the drivers, bashing the admins, bashing the league, bashing myself or my co-commentators up here. We will not tolerate it here this evening. I thank everybody out there, all of our moderators out there for paying really close attention, man. That's, yeah, I won't tolerate it myself, so don't make me mad here live on MaxSpeedTV.
You don't want to see him unleash the beast.
But Steven, man, lap 91 here, buddy. Lap 92 as it updates there, and then lap 93 as they cross the line.
Well, Josh, it looks like we're going to bed early tonight.
Who said? Man, lap 92. Man, Brad Slaughter Jr. taking lap 93. 2.3 seconds ahead of Austin Hill. And Austin Hill is at about 1.4 seconds ahead of Keith Haney. Keith at about 2.5 seconds ahead of Alan Hilton. And Todd Cray is about 0.8 of a second behind Alan Hilton, but Todd Cray has got company with Shane Lee now to the inside. The 14 also coming. That is the prime time 14 of Edward Morris Sr. Now 1 lap down. Curtis Vollmer also 1 lap down. And Ron Schutte, the last driver on the lead lap. But, man, unless we see a caution, Steven, I think right now it's going to be all about that number 1. And I hate repeating myself, but he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Austin Hill.
Absolutely, man. It's almost like he is checked out for the night. You know, he can just keep it up there and not get caught up with no lap traffic. He might have it in the bag here. We still got 40 laps to go, and I think he might have it in the bag.
Alan Elwood, Alwood out there in chat saying he races go-karts professionally. Does that count? Well, in my book, yeah, it does, because, you know, you are a go-kart racer. So, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right, Steven?
Yeah, absolutely. I was actually trying to get into go-karts. Seems kind of fun, especially I looked into dirt karting. It looks wild, man. I might try and get into it here this coming year, but we'll see where that takes me.
You know what I would like to get into? You know, if I, of course, had the money, as we go 3 wide here, getting around lap traffic on Todd Cray, I would like to get into Legends. I think that would be a very good start for somebody who really has never, ever stepped foot at an iRacing or at an iRacing track. Of course, I'm not going to step foot at an iRacing track because it's virtual.
Absolutely, man. And actually, I hear that Legends are some of the hardest cars to drive due to their power-to-weight ratio. So, I don't know if starting there would be such a great idea.
Well, yeah, I can see your point. Oh, just put me in a cup car. I'll be good.
Yeah, might as well. You know, make you some money. Those rides are quite expensive.
Yeah, a couple of $1 million. If not more.
No big deal. We make that here at MaxSpeedTV.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Davey Hendricks out there in chat. I'm not going to say what he said, but man, yeah, awesome racing here. Oh, he's talking about dirt karting. Oh, okay. Well, I've never dirt karted either, so I don't know. All right. Well, let's take a look here. Man, there's not really a whole lot going on. Nicholas Froman to the inside of the 2 of Alan Hilton. He's going to make the pass there. Man, Steven, guess what? Lap 100. Coming to lap 101 the next time by. We're going to have 35 more laps to go. And they have really slaughtered this race here And it's been all about Brad Slaughter right now, and they will.
See what you did there. No taking that one over on me.
Man, well, here's the thing, though. They're going to have to pit one more time. They can't make it to the end.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna hope for a caution here, because it doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
Well, if we don't get a caution, we don't get no crank it up. You know?
Well, I think we need a caution. Maybe a little competition caution.
A competition caution.
If I was Austin Hill on the beginning of that, I would turn Brad Slaughter into the wall. Gotta get rid of him. He's the dominant one.
Jessica Hardifer, I hope I said your last name correctly. Glad to have you out there in chat. We've got 37 likes here tonight. Still pushing for that 50 likes before we hit the end of the live broadcast here tonight. But glad to have everybody out there. And she's going for Todd Cray. Todd Cray right back here running in 9th. He started 12th. He is up to 9th, cracking that top 10. Steve, not having a bad run.
I'm thinking we're about in that range for some short pitters that might want to pit now and finish the race.
Well, we've got the top 2 that have stayed out about 30 laps. 3rd, 32nd. 4th, 23rd, 5th, 29 laps roughly. And back to Alan Hilton there. Oh, Austin Hill coming down pit road. Well, we've seen him for the past 3 green flag pit stops. Be the first driver down, and he blinked out. Oh, man, I hope Austin is, man, I know he just got a new setup here, man. Hold on, Austin. It's not over, bud. Hold on. Nick Hunt down pit road. Jarrett Lipster down pit road in that 99. So, oh, here's the leaders. Brad Slaughter Jr., Keith Haney down pit road. Nicholas Vroman down pit road. Can they make it from here?
Yeah, I think their biggest worry here would be tires.
Tires, yeah.
What was your fuel window for the night?
32 to 38 on fuel is what I estimated it. Because
you estimated tires pretty well. I'm thinking you're getting pretty good at this. We'll go with it.
Todd Cray's been out here 32 laps, make it 33 as he crosses the line. So we know it's in between 32 and 38 on fuel. We know that.
They can make it on fuel here. One green light checkered attempt. It might be a little tough. You have to run those pace laps here. But, you know, if you're running pace laps for a green, white, checkered, and you're sitting that close, I think everybody's going to be sitting that close. So,
oh, yeah, for sure.
See if we got any takers there.
Alan Hilton down pit road. M. Shane Lee down pit road. Todd Cray going to stay out another lap. That's going to officially make it to where he leads his first lap here tonight. No bonus point for your lap led. But, you know,
sometimes that's all you need for that little boost of confidence is that one lap.
Exactly. Rick Christensen up to second. See Jeremy Clifton down on pit road here. Looks like Alan Hilton's going to be off and away. Here comes Todd Cray. Oh, well, good save there coming to the entrance of pit road. Got it locked down before he spun it, so that's a good thing. Andrew Jump on pit road. Ron Schutte on pit road. Looks like Rick Christensen following Todd Cray down pit road. So Curtis Farmer, if he doesn't come down pit road, he will be our leader. And he will be our leader, but a battle here. Edward Morris Sr. up front. He's been out here at about 27 laps.
Brad Slaughter slowly making his way up there.
Yes, he is. Those fresher tires Those Mr. Feel Goods, man, he's feeling good right now, but he's getting into lap traffic here. Man! Yeah. Made it around it somehow. Well, I only dropped 91,000 frames here tonight, but it did clear up, so we're good.
That is what it is.
But Brad Slaughter back out front. Edward Morris Sr. in second. Curtis Vollmer back to third. Joshua Gillian in fourth place. And rounding out the top five is going to be Austin Hill. Austin Hill has made his pit stop there. It looks like everybody has made their pit stop. No, the second, third, and fifth have yet to pit.
Those boys trying to stretch it out as far as they can go.
Oh, Ryan Bradshaw out there in chat saying she blew up on him. Man, Ryan, buddy, we hate that. Well, if you're down there, if you're still in TeamSpeak, man, we got to get you up here and have a chat with you. I don't know where you would be at, but
I will go locate him.
All right, man, we'd love to get a chat with you up here and, man, kind of talk about it. Man, we hate it for you. Go see if you can locate him and bring him up here. Likes out there here this evening. We are being joined here tonight by Ryan Bradshaw, one of the standby drivers. Ryan, you ran it until it blew, buddy. But man, good racing out here tonight, man. How was this race, bud?
Oh, it was all right. It was just a lot of riding the round after that first wreck. Unfortunate to get caught up in it, but other than that, just getting some track time, getting some seat time, so.
Well, seat time, track time, man, it's all about it, man. So, you know, just gathering the experience for sure, man. But, you know, next week, you know, there's always the next race if you can get in as a standby. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I like these cookie cutter half miles, or 1.5 miles, Las Vegas, Chicagoland, so I might be here next week. Just depends. So.
All right, Ryan. Well, man, we hate it for you out there, buddy. But hey, glad to have you out here joining in tonight as a standby driver. Got more seat time, more experience, man. We'll let you get back to it. Hopefully, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, for sure. See you, Josh.
See ya. All right. Well, that is Ryan Bradshaw. We will get him back down to his respective lobby. But lap 115 here tonight. Coming to lap 116 here this time by, folks. Guess what? 20 to go here this evening. And right now, Brad Slaughter, 4.1 seconds ahead of Austin Hill. And Keith Haney, though, you know, after winning last week, he's gaining a little bit of ground there on Austin Hill. Did Keith say something?
I don't know what's going on anymore.
68, 44 likes, 6 away from that 50 mark here this evening. Man, you guys and gals out there in chat are awesome. I didn't forget about you out there. Michelle, I know you're still probably out there tuning in here tonight. And I know we've got another one. We got Jessica out there in chat. Man, I appreciate the support out there. Man, awesome. B Slayer, it looks like got timed out there. But glad to have you. No negatives, please. But Steven, we're going to be coming down here, man. Coming to 17 to go this time, man. What can Austin do right now? He's now 4.5 seconds back. What can he do to catch up to Brad? And Keith Haney, though. Keith Haney is coming up to Austin Hill, now down to 0.3 of a second.
I'll tell you what, man. As dominant as Brad Slaughter's been tonight, I don't think there's anything anyone can do to catch him tonight. His truck's been on a rail, and he has been screaming around this track, just picking up time every lap. I don't know. I think those guys are going to need a caution here. I think that would be their saving grace, but
yeah,
you know, other than that, I don't feel like anyone's touching him.
Yeah, I don't either. You know, this has been one heck of a race. I flashed the caution screen up there for everybody. We've only had one caution here tonight as Keith Haney gets around Austin Hill there. Almost 5 seconds. I don't think there's enough laps here for him to catch up to him unless he has saved every bit of his tires and uses every bit of those tires to catch up to Brad Slaughter.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it would take everything. I think Keith Haney right now is in the checkers or records mentality.
Well, Keith Haney is quicker than Brad Slaughter.
0.2 there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's
he must
possible.
Be listening to us talk about it, and he's like, I'm going to show these guys what I can do. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think we're going to see, man, I don't know, 4.5 seconds back. Keith Haney, though, driving from 7th to 2nd. We are now.
How much has Brad Slaughter saved?
Exactly.
To be able to watch that gap close a little and then open it back up.
Yeah, what has he used up compared to what Keith Haney has either used or saved? You know, it kind of goes both ways, you know. And I'm sure they're, you know, I don't think they're talking. I know they're not teammates. So, you know, you see Keith there running that mid line. Now, he does drop it below, you know, to that white line. But for the most part, Keith Haney is running that mid line. To save tires, you want to run that mid line. You don't want to run the low line.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, if he's making up time on that mid line, I'd hate to see what we could do on that bottom line. Just picked up another 0.2 that past lap as well.
Yeah, man, he's going to have to do something now. 12 to go, coming to 11 to go. This time by, we have been green flag here for 3 green, white checkered. For 3 green flag pit stops. And, of course, the green flag, the start of the race and green flags throughout. Sponsored by Rick's Hot Sauce. Visit rickshotsauce.com to get your hot sauce, folks. We got the sauce. Use MaxSpeedTV or MSTV for 10% off your order. Man, I think, well, I don't like hot sauce.
Oh, man, I love it.
I'm not a big fan of hot stuff, so I'm watching Keith Haney here. I'm going to stay on Keith Haney. He's now down to 4 seconds, but 10 to go. Under 10, I don't interview anybody. I think they're going to finish this out green flag here tonight.
Might have to make an exception tonight on this under 10 no interview. I mean, we got to have one.
Well, if they have a caution between now and say 5 to go, I will might interview somebody. But
quite possibly, maybe.
Quite possibly, maybe. But if we don't, and we have a caution under 5 to go. I won't interview anybody because that does set up that one and only green-white checkered attempt. So,
Gotta
man,
talk strategy with the boys.
but right now, man, Keith Haney up to second, Austin Hill third, Nicholas Roman fourth, Bryce Sedesack fifth, and we know who's up front. That would be that Mr. Number One machine of Brad Slaughter Jr., man. Well, let's run down through the top 20 here. I'll do the top 10. You do the top 11 through 20. Brad Slaughter Jr. currently running up front. Keith Haney second. Austin Hill third. Nicholas Roman in fourth. Bryce Sedesack in fifth. Alan Hilton sixth. Brad Wetzel in seventh. M. Shane Lee in eighth. Jeremy Clifton in ninth. And Todd Craig going to round out that top 10 here currently. Steven.
Nick Hunt pulling up number 11, or pulling up, oh my gosh, I can't talk again. Nick Hunt in 11th, Rick Christensen 12th, Jarrett Lipstra 13th, Zach Ogburn 14th, Nolan Neiman 15th, and your last driver on the lead lap, Andrew Jump 16th, 1 lap down, Ron Shute 17th, 1 lap down, Ed Morris Sr. 18th, 1 lap down, Orlando Rivera 19th, 1 lap down, and Curtis Vollmer in 20th, 1 lap down. It just all started flowing together. I got in a roll. I don't know, man.
I think Steven needs to go to sleep here tonight, folks.
I don't know, man. I slept pretty good. Got to go play some golf today. You know.
All right.
I don't know what's going on today. I had to put my truck in it. Had to put my truck in the shop though, so a little bummed about that. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Hopefully you get that fixed. Well, I do want to mention under 5 to go here. Please keep your thoughts and prayers with Rick Donovan out there. I know he's got something going on tomorrow. The owner here at Extreme, you know, it's nothing major, but it is gonna involve a surgery type procedure, from what I understand. So please keep him in your thoughts and prayers, because anytime you're under the anesthesia, there could be. Let's hope that everything is okay. And I know tonight as well, Michael Atkins Jr. was driving for his mom out there as well. She had surgery. Please keep her in your thoughts and prayers as well. But, that's just me, my personality. I want to get that information out there to everybody. These, the drivers and the owners and, just the fans, it takes everybody. And if something was to happen, we won't go there. But, hey, coming to 2 to go here tonight, Brad Slaughter Jr., man, he is on rails. Led 108 laps here tonight so far.
Make a little light of that Rick situation. I was wondering why that old man wasn't up here bothering us tonight.
Well,
but now I know.
Now you know.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give him a call.
I guess you will. Well, coming out of turn number 4, Brad Slaughter Jr. slaughtering that competition here tonight, grabbing the pole. He is going to take that 1 to go here tonight. We're going to finish this under green flag conditions for round 2 here for the Extreme Motorsports and 99.com Northern Capital Truck Series. Man, Brad Slaughter winning it yesterday in the ARCA Series. He is going to come around turn number 4. He is going to cross the line and win it again here tonight. Congratulations to Brad Slaughter Jr.
Shoo! What a race. That was a lot of fun to watch under this green flag conditions, man. Everything under green flag tonight. That makes it for a wild time.
Yes, it does. Well, Brad gonna win it here again tonight. Keith Haney gonna finish in second, and Austin Hill is gonna grab that 3rd place here tonight. Well, we gotta go pay some bills. Well, we're gonna pause it here, folks. Man, thank you everybody for tuning in as we see Brad Slaughter there burning up here on the the front stretch. What an awesome, awesome race here tonight. Green flag, 1 caution in total here tonight. Alrighty, folks, we're going to step away here, play some commercial breaks, but we got the MaxSpeedTV post-race show coming up right after these messages.
Hello, I'm with Jacob Bell today. Can you guys tell me how you pulled off such an impressive win?
Yeah, the boys had something special at the shop that made this thing hooked up. It was super fast.
What did they put that was so special?
They actually put some of this Rick's hot sauce in it and made the car really, really fast.
What was it that made it so special?
Oh, that's a secret. Only one person in the world knows, so it's pretty secretive.
Who knows?
I know it.
Well, alrighty, folks. We are back here live on MaxSpeedTV. We have caught up with our third place finisher here tonight, Austin Hill himself. Well, Austin, man, third place here, Las Vegas. But you were running up in second there for the good majority of it. We have got to talk about it here tonight in that number 16 Serpro machine, man. Keith Handy getting around you. 1 caution, green flag pit stops, buddy. Man, Mike's all yours.
Yeah, man, thank you. Yeah, I was pushing it hard there on that last pit stop. I knew the one of Brad, he was pretty quick tonight, and I was hoping that he got caught up a little bit in traffic and I could close the gap, but I was pushing so hard that I ended up burning up my right front a little bit there at the end, and let Keith get by me. But all in all, it was a great race for everybody at 4X and Surf Pro. Toyota was fast tonight. We just didn't have enough. We'll have to go back to the drawing board. That's really the first full long race that I've ran in iRacing. So there's a lot to take away from tonight, and we'll put it forward going into tomorrow night when I run the Xfinity car.
Yeah, we know we're going to see you tomorrow night. We'll get into that here in just a minute. But, green flag pit stops here tonight, Austin. At Las Vegas, we had that 1 caution, and then it was green from there. What was the strategy? Because it looked like you were coming down, one of the first drivers to come down on every green flag pit stop. And we know that strategy. Now that it's over with, talk about it.
Yeah, so Brad, he kind of got out there a little bit, and I was trying to do something different than the other guys. So I was trying to do a little bit of short pitting. That way I could get back out and kind of use up my tires for the next 3 or 4 laps, and hopefully close the gap in. And it worked there one time. I got out and came out right behind him. I think he pitted like 2 or 3 laps later, so I came out right behind him, and I was trying to save my stuff and not push it too hard, but it was tough tonight. Early in the race, I felt like I was a little bit quicker than he was, and I was trying to get to the outside of him. And the arrow and all of that, being behind him was really big. It seemed like it kind of ate up your right front a lot faster if you didn't have the clean air. So I definitely think clean air was key tonight. I think if I could have ever got to the lead and had that clean air, I could have kind of controlled the race a little bit better. But Brad he did an awesome job from start to finish, being able to control the race and save his stuff and not run it too hard early in the run and be good there at the end. So, like I said, it's just something that I have to learn in iRacing. First time I've completed a full race like this, in this many laps, and having all those green flag pit stops and doing all that, that's kind of a first for me on iRacing. So a lot to take in, and I'm happy with a third place finish, but you always want more.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. You always want more. Well, the 1.5 miles of Las Vegas Sin City is done and over with. We go to Chicagoland next week for round 3, man. What do you think about Chicagoland? You got to do some practice.
I definitely got to do some practice. I haven't even ran Chicago land ever on here, so definitely got to get to practicing. But if you look back at my stats, in real life truck racing, we're pretty good at Las Vegas and at Chicagoland. We got the win last year, and I want to say we finished I think it was 4th in Chicagoland. So hopefully I can kind of transfer that over. I feel like I did that tonight, transferring over from real life to the sim, and was able to pick up a good solid finish tonight. And like I said, since I've ran good there in real life over at Chicagoland, hopefully in the virtual world I can do the same.
All righty, Austin. Well, man, congratulations on third here tonight, buddy. Another good point tonight for you here, man. Any final thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate third here this evening?
Just everybody at Extreme Motorsports for letting me come over here and run with you guys. It's been awesome. It's a lot of talent and a lot of professionalism over here, and it's actually a lot of fun to do this, and I take it very serious, just like everybody else does. So it's just a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I was able to get on board with the 4X guys, and got to meet a lot of those guys, and having Serve Pro on the truck tonight was awesome. So thanks for their support, and like I said, just happy to be here.
All right, Austin, we'll see you next week at Chicagoland, man. Go celebrate third here this evening.
All righty, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. All right, well, that is going to bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, Keith Haney, after winning last week, and I believe Steven has caught up with him.
Keith Haney, what is going on, brother?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Oh, another night in paradise.
Yes, sir.
How'd the truck run for you tonight?
Man, the truck ran great, especially once you started getting some wear on the tires. I love the green flag racing tonight. I wish the caution might would have come out right there with about 10 to go to make things get a little dicey, but I'm super happy with the second place finish, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, coming off a lot of motivation and can't even think of the word right now. Off your win last week, I'm sure that that boosted confidence around you and the team and everything. How did that all play into tonight as far as like how your strategy was going? Did your win last night help you prepare better for this race?
Yeah, for sure. Usually going into Daytona most of the time, usually we don't really do too good there, and I'm usually digging myself out of a hole all season long. So it's definitely nice to go into a season fresh and not be digging myself out of a hole. And That definitely took a lot of stress off tonight. I really just was gunning for a top 10 tonight, and anything better than a top 10 was, just bonus.
Well, a podium 2 weeks in a row, man. That's got to feel great for you and your guys. Got Chicago next week. How do you feel about that track?
I love Chicago. I'm hoping the racing's a little bit more. Well, tonight it got spread out once it went green, but there for a little while you could definitely flat foot that thing for about 5 to 8 laps. I don't know how it's going to be next week at Chicago. I'm interested to get in there and do some testing to see what we got to look forward to. But usually Chicago's pretty good for me.
Absolutely, brother. How did pit strategy kind of play out for you guys tonight? Did you guys kind of have a team strategy, or were you kind of you and your spotter? I don't know if you use a live spotter or not. If you do, you guys have your own thing going. How did that go?
Well, I usually I don't use a spotter. I use just a regular old spotter. But tonight I definitely noticed I stayed out pretty long right there on the first run. I believe Austin Hill, he pitted first, and then came I think Brad ended up pitting, and I just could never get a good clear entry down into pit road, so I kept kind of just biting the bullet and going in an extra lap, and I was hoping that would help, maybe give me a little fresher tires on the longer run compared to those guys, but really it just set me back so far that I was like, man, I can't let that happen again. So after that, I started really paying attention to when Austin Hill would pit and when Brad would pit. I would notice that when we were on the same pit strategy that I could kind of make some gains on them. So I had to either get a little pit ahead of them or at least pit at the same time of them to start making some ground. But I started making ground a little too late tonight. But hey, like I say, I am not disappointed with second place. It's a stout field out there. Got a pro truck driver, Gander Mountain, Austin Hill, to be out here racing with him. That's amazing. Brad Slaughter, he's no slouch for sure. He swept the weekend. So, man, I'm proud to be in second.
Absolutely, man. That podium finish has got to feel great. Any shout outs you like to give?
Yes, sir, for sure. Northern Capital, thank you guys for coming on and sponsoring this series. Man, it's been an awesome series so far. You guys at Extreme, man, I love going back and watching the broadcast. You do a great job. Rick, everybody, Ed at Extreme Motorsports, all the viewers, appreciate you guys. Look forward to doing it again next week.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we look forward to getting to talk to you again at the end of the race next week.
Man, I hope so.
Oh, the way it's going, it looks like we're going to be talking to you. So I hope you got your talking voice ready for the end of the race. But,
hey, man, it's all scripted.
You got the block and everything back there. We'll let you get back down to your team and stuff and hang out with those guys. Good win tonight, or good race tonight. Nice podium, second place. That was Keith Haney.
Hey, man, thank you. Have a great night.
Congratulations, Keith.
Thank you, buddy, man. Have a good night.
All right, well, that's going to bring us to our winner here tonight. We're going to kind of double team him here this evening. Brad Slaughter Jr. going to grab the win and the sweep, really, here at Las Vegas. Back to back here, man, Brad. Green flag pit stops, one caution. Man, we got to hear it from you, bud.
Yeah, that was a good race, man. That was so much fun. Get those green flag runs in like that, and have the pit strategy come into effect. Just getting on and off pit road, come into effect, man. That was a great race, and I gotta give props to Austin and Keith there. I mean, they ran a great race, and I was sweating Keith there a little bit. I seen him coming at the end, and he was real stout tonight. And Austin ran me real clean. We had a really good run there at the very beginning of the race when we were all bunched up together, and so I just got to give a shout out to those guys. They ran a great race tonight.
Well, Brad, talk about the pit stops here tonight, because we had that one caution, and we know cautions can breed cautions, but it didn't happen tonight. You guys, green flag, y'all had to make 3 green flag pit stops this whole race, 135 laps. What was going through your mind knowing that you seen Austin Hill coming down first? And then, you would stay out and then come down, and then strategy. We got to know the strategy for sure.
Yeah, I was just kind of watching. I honestly, on that first green flag stop, I really just wasn't prepared for it, and I heard him call out he was pitting, and I started kind of looking around. I was checking my gas and stuff, and Of course, he was within striking distance of if I stayed out a little bit too long, he was going to be able to get me on the pit stop. So I knew I had to kind of go ahead and he kind of forced my hand. And I had to pit. So I went ahead, came down, and gained a little bit of time on pit road, and that was really where I was trying to make up my ground all night. Was just really being smooth on and off pit road, making sure I had a clean track getting in. Um, just I had a little bit of trouble with lap cars tonight. Yeah, that big wreck right there at the beginning tore up a bunch of guys, and there was a lot of cars riding around all night long, and just navigating the lap cars was probably the hardest thing tonight with all the green flag runs that we had.
Well, I'm going to give Steven a couple of questions here. Steven, I know you know, like I said, double team here tonight, man. Steven, I know you got some questions for our winner here tonight, Brad Slaughter Jr., man. Go ahead.
Man, I tell you what, Brad, that was an awesome race. It was fun to watch. I kept telling Josh, man, I said, your favorite guy's out there leading the race. You're going to get to call his name. I think got him a little pumped up over here. So it was wild up here with him tonight. You leading that race. But, man, you got Chicago next week. How do you feel about it? How do you feel about going there? And have you practiced recently, or is that all coming?
Yeah, C-Fix was there. It's probably been about a month or two now. And actually, I think I went 8 for 10 in C-Fix races there. And I think I finished second the two other times. So I think statistically, Chicagoland is actually my best track on the sim, just statistically speaking. So I'm again excited to get there. I know I told Josh last night I'm ready to get going right now. We can fire that thing up right now. Let's run it. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go.
Absolutely, man. Well, like I said, it was fun. Yeah, I know Keith was reeling you in there, and you started to see that time that gap wind down there at the end. What were you thinking as you were watching that gap close?
Yeah, he did a really good job. He wasn't pitting with us, but he was still pitting, where he could come get fresh tires a little bit later in the run, and he was actually able to, run us down. And I was really just banking on having a big enough gap at the beginning of the run to make sure that even if he did have the fresh tires, that he wouldn't have the time to catch us there. And I won't lie, I was sweating it there a little bit when he passed Austin. I was checking my relative just every lap. I was watching how much he was reeling me in, and he got it down from about 5 seconds to 3.5. And it started to level out just a little bit there for about the last, I'd say, 7 to 8 laps. And that's when I kind of started to cool off a little bit. And then I really was just sweating the caution. I was waiting for that yellow flag to pop up on the screen and tell me to slow down, and I was not going to be happy about it. So really glad that, I mean, that great job to everybody in the race tonight. I mean, to run that many laps green flag in any race, official race or league race or whatever, that's impressive. I mean, that's just a big shout out to how good these guys over here at Extreme are, and how much work they put in, how all the practice sessions that the admins put up for us and all that. It just really goes to show that it pays off.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm gonna steal a little Josh's thunder here. Gonna let you get back down here. You got any shout outs for anybody, anybody?
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to Bruzy Racewear. They sponsor our team, VRA. Check out their website. They make some awesome gloves and boots and stuff like that for racing, sim racing, real life racing, anything you can think of. They make some really cool, really good looking stuff, some eye popping stuff. I said last night, Alan Elwood just ordered some stuff from him for his karting in real life, and he ordered some gloves and some boots that look amazing. I mean, I blew me out of the water. I was not expecting them to look that good, so they look really good. Check them out. Shout out to my guys at VRA, Cameron Hearn down there tonight spotting for me. He did a great job. And shout out my teammate Scott. Scott ran a great race. He got caught up there in that big one there at the beginning and kind of rode around all race and was just trying to salvage all the points we could get for the team. So that's honestly that's probably tougher than what I did tonight. Was just having to ride around that many laps in a beat up truck. So shout out to him and appreciate everything that all the guys at VRA do. Again, thanks to you guys up here in the booth for putting this on, and we couldn't do this without y'all. We wouldn't have the platform that we have. And we're going to give a couple shout outs to just some people I know are watching, my grandparents, my buddy Jacob, I believe my friend Amber's watching. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's watching, everybody's tuning in to watch. I really appreciate the support and makes me want it just that much more. So really just thanks to everybody.
All right, Brad. Well, congratulations. Going back to back here at Vegas yesterday and today, man. We're going to get you down there to that post-race meeting here, man. Awesome job, bud.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Uh-huh. Well, all right, Steven. Well, man, what a race here tonight. One caution the whole race, but, man, it was all about really Brad, just dominating this race here for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. It was a great race by everybody. I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen that late caution come out. I think Keith might have had something for him there at the end. The way he was reeling him in there, I think he could have definitely made it a show. Not to say that Brad didn't drive his behind off. I almost said something I ain't supposed to say on live YouTube TV here. So I was like, oh dang, can't say that. But no, man, not that he was driving. He did a great run, great race tonight. But I think it got a little dicey up there if Keith could have got him there. But other than that, man, it was a great time. It's always fun up here with you. I'm ready for next weekend or next week.
Oh yeah, next week, Chicagoland, but we got the unofficial results here tonight, pending any admin stuff they have to do, but Brad Slaughter gonna dominate and slaughter that performance here tonight. He's gonna come away with the win here at Vegas, man. Congratulations to Brad Slaughter Jr. going back-to-back days. Keith Haney gonna finish in second, Austin Hill in third, Nicholas Roman in fourth, Bryce Sedesack in fifth, Alan Hilton in sixth, Brad Wetzel in seventh, M. Shane Lee in eighth, Jerry Clifton in ninth, Todd Cray in 10th. I do see it. Nick Hunt gonna finish in 11th here tonight, Rick Christensen in 12th, Jared Lipster 13th, Zach Ogburn 14th, Nolan Neiman gonna grab a top 15 here tonight. And the 15th, Andrew Jump 16th. Edward Morris Sr. gonna grab a top 20 in 17th. Awesome job by Edward Morris Sr. Ron Schutte in 18th. Orlando Rivera 19th. Curtis Vollmer 20th. Joshua Gillian 21st. James Haney 22nd. Cal Knapp Sr. 23rd. Casey Duncan 24th. Dwayne Dunn, 25th. Scott Brooks, 26th. Mount Alverson, 27th. Jeff Glockner, 28th. Randy Kruger, 29th. And Scott McClendon is going to grab a top 30 here in a 30th. Ryan Branshaw, 31st. Michael Atkins Jr., 32nd. Ryan Douglas, 23rd. Patrick D., 34th. Elvis Rankin, 35th. Gary Wills in 36th. Randy Purdue, 37th. Chris Canfield, 38th. Brian Wasserman, 39th. And Cody McFadden in 40th. Scott Rambler, 41st. Kyle Peddle, 42nd. And Joe Johnson is going to round out that field here tonight in 43rd. But congratulations goes to our winner here tonight, Brad Slaughter Jr., dominating here at Las Vegas. But tomorrow night, we do have the Rick Bell's Custom Rigs Xfinity Series right back at it here, at Las Vegas. Steven, I know you're not going to be up here in the booth, but, it's going to be Vegas again. And we're inching our way here to the top drivers for Extreme, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. It kind of starts out as your rookies and goes on through the week, and your Cup Series, that's an invite-only series, and it had to be approved and everything. So, that's top-notch racing here at Extreme. And as you see, these truck guys, man, everything is stout. It's even more stout up in the Cup Series. It's a lot of fun to watch. I'm going to miss you this week. Might have to stop by and say hey or something. I'll be around, I'm sure, but I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I will be tuning in on YouTube, watching it at MaxSpeed on MaxSpeed's YouTube. You'll be getting that like from me, so I definitely look forward to seeing these next two broadcasts and then starting the week over and doing it again here next Tuesday night.
Yes, we will. But tomorrow night, yeah, it's going to be myself, Joshua Maylock. Gary Wells is going to be joining us tomorrow night for the Xfinity Series here back at Vegas. We're going to take the trucks, we're going to put them on a hauler, and we're going to grab the Xfinity cars here and put them on the track. You don't want to miss it here, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on MaxSpeedTV. So, until then, folks, Steven, thank you again so much for joining us here tonight. Man, we appreciate it, bud.
Yes, sir, man. It's a lot of fun as always. And until next Tuesday, I will catch you later.
And until tomorrow night on MaxSpeedTV, stay safe, folks, and have a good night.